Closing is always easy when you're in Cardone U. We role play with Grant Cardone's team. They know just what to do. They're always there to support us. We couldn't ask for more. On our way in the right direction, we found what we're looking for. In FLC, in FLC. Closing is better with appointment setters. You'd better believe we're not a team but a family. We work together in harmony. We are devoted, on that you can quote me, in FLC.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the FLC Hangout, where your freedom lifestyle begins. I am super excited for this stuff. I know I say this every time, but like this is one that I feel like is going to really hit home for not only us, but everyone watching as well. And
you should be excited every time. Sorry to interrupt you. You should be excited every time. We talk about really important subjects.
We do.
So it is very exciting and people need to know.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And this one's a short one, so stick around. I promise you're going to get value from it. Before I get into it, very quickly, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like this video. It really helps us out. It helps push this message and push our channel out to other people that might need it. Make sure you're following us on Instagram. They're on the screens now. Today, we're talking all about opportunity and grabbing opportunity and taking things to get your life to that next level. So we're running a challenge right now, Misty, right? And we just dropped an opportunity yesterday. And it was really interesting to see the reactions from it, like who went for it, who was on the calls, like, yeah, let's go, and who kind of shied away from it. And by the way, no problem if you're the type to kind of shy away, but I think we really want to speak about this subject because we feel it very strongly that you need to grab opportunity as it comes. And as Misty just said before we started recording, some opportunities only come around once and then they're gone. So really take opportunities that are aligned with you. And there is a difference, right? You shouldn't take every opportunity that comes. You need to know if it's aligned with you. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, it brings me back to when I heard Master Shri Krishna say yes and then figure it out later. You know, he says like every opportunity you should be saying yes to. And he will I've even heard him clarify before that, yes, you need to say yes to every opportunity because you don't know if that opportunity is going to deliver you to something, bigger. Maybe you're trying to manifest something and you get this opportunity that knocks on your door and it's not exactly the opportunity you're wanting. But if you don't say yes to it and try to figure out, okay, what am I doing here? That other opportunity may be delivering your manifestation. Maybe that's just like he says, the delivery man, So it's, but he will say, make sure you're aligned with it. Of course, we don't want you going out there and saying yes to everything and then getting, into legal problems or, safety issues or something like that. So you've got to be aligned with it and you've got to feel safe. But really taking that opportunity and believing and understanding that, like, I don't know about a lot of other stuff that people are doing, but what we're doing is we're trying to give you an opportunity to change your life, change the life of your family, the people around you. And it's for a positive. It's because we believe that everybody deserves to be free. We were not born to be slaves and just to survive. We're here to thrive and be free and make the world and our lives as good as possible, right? And the best way to do that is to take the opportunities you're aligned with. Yes, there's going to be fear. There's going to be fear. That fear is good. You want that fear. But learning to work through that fear and doing it again anyway and taking that opportunity can be like mind-blowingly changing, earth-shaking change.
Earth-shaking, start an earthquake. No, but it's so true. I think we we as in like humans in general, like everyone goes through this where you're thinking every day, I want this life, I want this life, I have these goals, which is great. Like, yes, do that. Please have goals, have big goals. And you're thinking about it every day and you're working towards it every day and you're doing steps towards it. And then suddenly an opportunity comes or something comes around and it costs money. Let's give it that example. It costs money or it requires you to change your lifestyle, it requires you to move here. And then you think, oh my God, no, I'm not ready for that. Well, yes, you are. You've just spent years dreaming about this life, about this goal that you want to do. And now this opportunity has come and you're going to pass it up because you don't feel ready yet. Truth is, and this might sound harsh, you're never going to feel ready. You're never going to. If it's a course that is going for thousands of dollars, if it's something where it requires you to move country, you're not going to feel ready. And if you do, then great. Maybe it's been years in the making, but you won't feel ready till you do it. And I think that's what I really want to push out to people, that you need to just do it anyway. You need to do it anyway. Like when you were a kid, you probably didn't feel ready to start walking. You didn't feel ready to start school, but you were pushed into doing it anyway. And now look at you. So I really think just take the opportunities as they come if it aligns with you. If it's like, let's say it's a course on engineering and you want to go do business, maybe don't do that. If it aligns with you and if it's going to get you even this much further towards your goal, you need to do it. You need to. Life is short. You need to live. You need to take risks.
Yeah, you need to realize that some opportunities you may not feel like, okay, you may in a way feel aligned with the opportunity, but it's not really going in the direction that you're wanting to go in, like your life goals. But maybe by taking that opportunity, there is a lesson in that, or another opportunity or something that's going to help make you stronger and get you ready for what you are aiming for, right? And the first time I heard Master Sri Krishna say this, and I know you hear him say it and Shubharya says it, the first time I heard Master Sri Krishna say it, it was like he smacked me upside the face. He's like, when is now a good time? Like right now, when is right now a good time? Well, right now is always a good time to plant seeds for tomorrow, right? Because the longer, worst case scenario, just gonna throw this out there just because I'm kind of thinking about this kind of stuff, which is really weird. But anyway, that's a whole new show. But worst case scenario, everything crashes. There's no economy. There's no more food in the stores. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna wait till tomorrow to start planting your garden and be able to find food? No, you're gonna do it right now. The opportunities that you're getting right now, obviously, like I said, you want to really evaluate whether you're aligned with it and it's, safe and it's illegal. You don't want to do anything illegal. But the opportunities you're getting right now may be the last chance you get to your dreams or to become the person you need to be or you want to be in order to get there. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to take those now. Okay, so you don't have the money to say start on FLC and join the program. Find it. Shubharya says it's not a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness. So think outside the box, right? Maybe you're not wanting to do FLC. I think you're nuts, but okay, that's, not for everybody. Like, I understand that. But whatever you are wanting to do, you need to think outside the box, find the right path for you, get on it, quit putting it off, because what you're doing is putting off your, not just possibly your survival and for you to thrive, but your future. If you're wanting to be a multimillionaire, quit waiting until you're dead to do it. It's not going to work. You have to start now and start building it and have that patience and the the discipline to move forward, to get to where you want to go. And without doing something now, even a small step now, you're never going to get there. You have to plant the seed now. So think outside the box, get on it, and do it now and not later, because you're just prolonging your success. That money, the vacation, never going to come because you keep putting it off.
Definitely. Definitely. And we talk a lot about hearing things on a different level each time. And that quote I hear on a deeper level each time. The first time I heard when would now be a good time, I was like, would what? What do you mean? And then I heard it again and I was like, why do they keep saying that? What does that mean? And now I get it. Like when would now be a good time? Right now. Like now would be a good time. So exactly what you said. Why wouldn't you start today? Like, why push off till tomorrow or the next week or the next year what you can actually start today? And by tomorrow, by the next week, by the next year, be however much closer to your goal. You are never, you're never going to get to your goals if you don't take the action. So exactly what you said, you owe it to yourself to go after your goals and to take risks. That's what life is about. How boring would it be if we just did mundane things every day and we didn't take a little bit of a risk? That's what will grow you as a person. Saying this though, we get it. We know that a lot of the time, the reason people won't go for opportunities, or in our case, they won't go for FLC, is because they've been burnt in the past. They've taken a certain risk, a certain opportunity, and it's not worked out for them, whether it was a scam for some money or it wasn't a scam, but the course just didn't work out and they didn't get their return on investment yet. Because as Chabaria talks about, she also had that and then she invested in herself anyway, and she got all of this money plus lots more. So, and to this, like we obviously completely understand. It's terrifying to go out there and take another risk when you just took a risk that or an action that maybe didn't work. But and we have a close in the FLC saying, have you ever burned yourself on pizza? Yes. Or burnt yourself drinking a hot drink? Yes. Did it stop you from drinking a hot drink or eating again? No. So, and these, I know I'm kind of talking about this and I'm saying do it anyway, and it might sound like Jesus, like, whoa. But
back off, lady.
Yeah. And I get it. But these experiences you've been through before, you probably needed to go through them. It taught you something. You didn't walk away with nothing. You walked away with a little bit of knowledge. Okay, maybe don't do this, maybe do this different in the past. What comes to my mind is last year, January last year or February last year, I was meant to go to GrowthCon with Grant Cardone. I bought the ticket. I spent nearly a thousand on the ticket. It fell through. I won't go into detail. It fell through, lost the money. Fine, whatever. This December just gone, December 2023, I was meant to go to New York with my mum again. Bought the plane ticket, fell through. Is that going to stop me from ever buying a trip again or ever investing in myself to like go somewhere again? No, I want to explore the world. These things fell through, but I believe it fell through for a reason. It just makes me want it more. So what I'm getting at is, yeah, it's scary and it's tough when things don't work out, but that doesn't mean that you should penalize yourself and never go for an opportunity again that actually might change your life. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yes! Woo! That was awesome! It just made me think of a baby, right? Because when we're babies, how do we don't just automatically one day decide, oh, I'm going to get up and walk, right? We're infants. How do we get to that level? Well, we start wiggling, right? We start wiggling around first, and then eventually we roll over. And then we've got our face in the ground. Well, we're not going to lay there like a freaking potato. What are we going to do? We're going to lift our head up. We're going to start wiggling around some more, flailing our arms. And oh, hey, look, I can do this and I can move this way. And then we start crawling. And then we get to where we're on our knees and our hands. And then we can pull ourselves up on something. And then guess what? We get brave. We take a chance. Oh my God, this is my chance. This is my opportunity. I want to run over there. Some of us can run right off the bat. Some stand there and dance first, and others just start taking the first step, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's different. But the point is that we don't just lay there like a potato. Can you imagine? We'd never get it. There would never be humans or anybody around because we'd all be laying around like potatoes. You can't do anything if you're a potato.
Exactly.
Right?
And with this, sorry, the only way that
Go ahead.
we figure out the right way to do it is by doing it the wrong way first. Most things in your life, you're going to do it wrong the first time. We were just speaking about this yesterday, Misty and I. You have to be okay with not being good at something first. Whether you start dancing, you start walking as a child, you start learning the skill of sales, you start cooking, and it's new, you're not going to be good at it first. You might. Maybe you found your absolute passion and something you're naturally talented at. But the only way going back to the baby example, the only way we figured out how to walk as children is by doing it wrong over and over and over and over again. And through that, we figured out the right way to do it. It's the same with the calls we make or the demos we do in sales. We figured out how to do it ourselves by doing lots of wrong calls or lots of calls where we thought, oh my God, that was so bad. And then you start getting good, and still not perfect. Like everyone can always get better, but you're not going to figure out the right way to do things or the right things to go for without doing the wrong thing first. It's a fact. You're never not going to never make a mistake.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a riddle.
Yeah. It's also like what we say all the time, right? There's no such thing as failure.
Yeah.
Because even though you think, damn, I failed. This is such a failure. I failed. I didn't do this right. No, actually, it wasn't a failure. You learned something. You learned what not to do. You learned, okay, if I do this a little bit differently, this is going to be better, and I can grow this better, and I can do this, I was talking to somebody that is pretty important to me a while ago, and he was saying he couldn't leave his job because he works in this big warehouse, and he has these he works in an Amazon warehouse. He builds everything on the inside, right? So the conveyor belts that they use for, I guess that's what you'd call it, best thing to describe it, but with the rollers, so they can push the packages and everything through, get those processed. He had to move. It's like they were like, I think he said 6 inches off on one end. So he had to move like 20 miles of this conveyor belt to get it all back aligned the way it's supposed to be. Okay. I'm not saying he built it wrong, or whoever he did built it wrong. But the thing is that was a failure in some people's eyes. For us, it was more like, okay, we know this doesn't work. And I know he knows in order to adjust it just a little bit here is going to make it, say if I move it a couple inches here, that can move it 2 feet down that way, right? So he has to go back and replan out things. How can I move this over, and what's going to make it align in the exact position it needs to be, so I'm not messing up later on in the and he's learned how to do that through trial and error. And that's with everything. It's not just that, it's everything. You have to know, okay, this is going to be a risk for me. It's going to be a risk. I'm not sure this is going to work out. I'm really nervous and I'm really scared. But you know what? I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to be cautious. It's fine to be cautious. It's actually a good thing. But I'm going to take the opportunity anyway. And if it doesn't fail, then I've learned something and I can do it even better next time. On something else. Because without the growth and the failure, Again, you're a potato.
Don't be a potato. Message of
Potatoes
this.
are really good to eat, not to be.
You don't want to be a potato. You can eat the potatoes. But yeah, if you want proof of, actually, no, let me say this first. Sometimes you have to stick at things a little bit longer. Sometimes it's going to seem like you made the wrong choice or something isn't working out, but it's because you haven't stuck at it long enough. It's going to take more than a couple days, and this depends what you're doing, but bear with me on this. It's going to take more than a couple days, sometimes months, sometimes years, depends what you're doing, to see results or to see the result you want to. You're going to see results straight away, but the results you want to see, the results, it's not going to happen straight away. So, yes, sometimes something is the wrong thing for you, and that's okay. That's fine. Move on, find something else. But sometimes it is the right thing, and you're just not giving it long enough. What I was going to say before that, if you want proof of that, go watch our very first Hangouts that we used to do. If you want proof of what consistency can do for growth in like yourself, but also obviously we've grown online and we have miles yet to go, but we have grown and we've grown in ourselves and confidence in the knowledge. If you want proof of that, go watch our very first ones. They're probably on Facebook, not YouTube. Yeah, there's proof right there for you that consistency works.
Yeah. You might be able to find even our first times we went live in Facebook.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
Watch
people
at
who are
your
going
own
live
risk.
for the first time. Yeah. We have a
Yeah.
lot of people in the Facebook group that are going live for the first time. And that can be really scary. And there's a lot of us out there that are introverts and very nervous and very shy, or we just don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
And that can be really scary. But the thing is if you're not putting yourself out there to grow and take the opportunities that are coming to you, then you're stagnant. And if you're stagnant, you're dying, right? And you can't improve yourself or your life or the life of other people. I don't, maybe this is going to sound really harsh, but I truly do not believe that if you're stagnant and you're not growing and changing, you're not happy. You can't be happy if you're just staying the same. That's not happiness. Happiness is being able to go out and experience life and change and grow and become something, bigger and better. I was told by somebody once that when you're young, you're like a little rosebud, right? And then as you grow and you mature, you start opening up into this beautiful rose. How does that happen if it doesn't change? You have to have change. A butterfly goes into a cocoon, it hibernates. Okay, you're hibernating now, you're in your cocoon. It's time to break free, spread your wings, and grow and fly. And without taking the opportunity to breaking out of that, you're dying and you're not going to truly be happy. I just don't believe that if you're going to be stagnant in a potato, you're ever going to be happy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I think, go ahead actually, because I know what you're about to say.
I was just going to ask you if you had any last words. We are coming to the end of this. Like we said, we're going to make it short today. We do have a very impactful weekend ahead of us. And I don't mean to sound selfish or anything, but I'm going to say something that Chabaria said yesterday a couple of times, and it really hit home for me because it meant a lot to me. Yesterday was my birthday, as you know. A lot of people know, and I'm so grateful for all the birthday wishes and everything. But Chabaria pointed out that I spent my birthday changing other people's lives. I spent my birthday to be there and support other people and help change their lives. If I can do that on my birthday, why can't we do that every day? And the first way to do that is plant your seed and take that opportunity to get out of your house or even get online and do it. There's, find the way that's aligned for you and do that. But yeah, anyway, just kind of, like I said, I was going to be selfish there, but that's.
No, anyway. Be selfish. It's amazing.
But like, But like we were saying, we were going to keep it short today. So Josie, I was going to ask you if there's any last words you'd like to say to people before as we're wrapping up here.
Yes, and I knew you were going to ask me that. That's why I saved what I was about to say. I wanna leave off by saying change your mindset from failure is bad to failure is good. Go for failure. Fail fast, fail forward, fail often, because you're learning. So go for failure. It's okay. It's okay to fail. Change that mindset from failure is bad to failure is teaching me. So that's what I want to leave off on. Go, how boring would life be if we never went for the things we wanted to and learned things, failed at things, did all this, experienced all these emotions? How boring would life be? So take the risk. If there's something right now that you're thinking of, oh, I want to do that, but I'm not sure, this is your sign. Take the risk. If it turns out good, you are welcome. If it turns out to fail, you are also welcome. So that's me.
Yeah, this brings up like 3 different points I want to point out. First of all, think of failure like we do here at FLC. We get excited at failure because it means we're learning and we're growing, we're changing. So don't think of failure as actually a failure. Think of it as, a win. It's awesome. Get excited. Then I wanted to say, don't be a potato. You're not a potato, right?
Don't be a potato.
Do something.
Quit the
And then
potato-ness.
yeah. And then also, this, I don't remember, I think it's a Bible scripture that says something about the mustard seed. Something the size of the mustard, faith like the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. All you have to do is have a little bit of faith the size of a mustard seed in yourself. Take the opportunity and grow and change. And it's not just, and I keep saying, we keep saying change and grow and all that stuff. It's not just that. It's if you want to be successful in life, you have to do something. You have to take chances and take risks. Life is a roller coaster. How you use that roller coaster and the lessons that are thrown at you and the opportunities that are given is what makes the difference in the outcome. Right?
Absolutely.
So guys, don't be a potato. Use your faith the size of a mustard seed to change, move your mountain. Get it out of your way. We thank you guys for joining us today. We so love when you guys are here. We love reading your guys' comments. So please comment, share, like, subscribe. Help us get our channel out to as many people as possible because here's where your freedom lifestyle begins. And we think everybody deserves to be free. So we want to help as many people as possible. So with that being said, guys, thank you. We'll be back next Sunday. So keep learning. And like we say here in FLC, welcome to the family. And once your family for life. Bye, guys.
Bye.